Well, charges have now been filed after a deadly Itasca County crash. The crash happened around 4:30 on Saturday afternoon near Northwest 4th Street and 17th Avenue West in Grand Rapids Township. Well, today we learned 41-year-old Jack Drumbeater of Cohasset has been charged with several felonies, including third-degree murder and drug possession. Court records show that 38-year-old Carrie Hart from Deer River is also expected to be charged. According to court documents, Drumbeater and Hart pulled into a Lucky 7 gas station. When Drumbeater, who had been driving, went inside the store, that's when Hart allegedly got into the driver's seat and then sped off. Witnesses say Drumbeater then chased her, somehow was able to jump into the truck bed, smash the truck's rear window, and then started climbing into the cab. That's when authorities say Hart swerved into oncoming traffic and hit a car driven by 42-year-old Janelle Swenson of Cohasset, who died. Drumbeater and Hart were both hospitalized. When searching the vehicle, authorities say they found meth, and Drumbeater admitted to using earlier that day. From her hospital bed, Hart declined to give authorities a statement. Drumbeater, who has a lengthy criminal history, is now in jail, and Hart is expected to be taken into custody as soon as she's treated.